Hello everyone and welcome to this live on my channel. This is maybe the third or the fourth time I'm doing this on my channel. I'm not very used to it, but in today's live I have lots of topics to talk about and we have lots of questions that I received. I would like to answer them, so let us start. So first, thank you for being here on this live. Let me know if you are hearing me well. Let me know if you are seeing me well, because as I told you, this is maybe the third or the fourth time I'm doing live and now I'm using different setups. So let me know the quality of the image quality as well as the audio quality, if you are seeing me well, if you are hearing me well, so we can start maybe in a little bit. I can see that Baronstale is asking about Ace Pro 2. I'm going to talk about Ace Pro 2 for a long time now, but first let us start just checking the audio and the image quality and maybe wait a little bit to have more people here in this live, and then I will start talking. So in today's live, we're gonna talk, well, it's gonna be a little conversation, a coffee time that I'm going to share with you. So we're gonna talk. If you have questions, you can write them on the live chat bar and I'll try to answer them. I received many questions earlier on the form that I made concerning this live session here, and in the second part of this live I'm going to talk about the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 as well as the other action cameras in the market. I will talk also about Fujifilm, why I'm switching slowly from Fuji to Sony and what I have in mind, because also I got some questions about it. And the third topic, we're gonna do a little bit of photo retouching. I received some photos from you and I have one or two photos that I would like to retouch live with you here. So let us start and have some fun. Don't forget, you can write me your questions on the chat bar here and I'll try to answer them. And if at any moment you can see like a latency in the image or a problem with the audio, don't hesitate to write it, so I'll try to figure out how to make it better, how to make it work. Okay, I see that you are so interested about the Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Action 5 Pro. Well, you all know that the GoPro has released the GoPro Hero 13 Black 2 days ago. I pre-ordered mine just to test it. I'm not a big fan of GoPro recently. For me, they are not innovating. I don't think they are innovating anymore. They are stuck to some old cameras, trying to make some minor upgrades and minor updates. So for me, this is not a camera that I will keep. I don't have it yet. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't think that this camera is worth buying. Let us be honest. If you have the GoPro Hero 12, GoPro Hero 11, you basically have the same stuff, and you have the batteries that you can exchange between the GoPro Hero 11 and the Hero 12. But now with this new camera, the batteries are different, and for me this is a bummer. That's why I'm not a big fan of GoPro. I was really expecting them to make a 1-inch camera or maybe a bigger sensor or something different, some innovation. We saw that DJI with the Action 2, they made lots of innovation in that camera, and then they switched to the old Action camera model with the Action 3. Of course, the Action 4 has the same form factor, but it has some huge upgrades. on the sensor size mainly. And now the DJI will release the Action 5 Pro. They call it Action 5 Pro maybe just to be a competitor even in the branding and the name with Insta360 Ace Pro and with GoPro. But I think that also DJI this year didn't make great improvements. We were waiting for something bigger because they released the Pocket 3 with 1-inch sensor. They released some drones with 1-inch sensor. They are innovating in drones with the latest DJI Neo that weighs only 135 grams. So they are really innovating, and I don't know why they didn't do much of upgrades on the new Action 5 Pro as to what we saw already on the leaked information. And today we got some new photos or leaked information on X shared by Igor Bogdanov. Let me open them so I can check them with you here. So apparently now the selfie stick or the tripod, the mini tripod for vlogs, has some power, and we can use, well, we can command the camera and use the camera through the handle of this tripod, and that's something very interesting. That means that they are shifting slowly to be more like a vlog camera with this one. It's really nice, but I can see that we have to plug it to the camera. That means that the camera will not be waterproofed when used with this handle. And they improved on the audio. They have some horizon steady and, well, things that we already have. But the most important thing, well, they have two important things now on this camera. The battery, now we can have about 4 hours of runtime with one single battery. I'm not sure it's gonna be in 4K. It could be in 2.7K. Let's wait and see. And we have, well, we can go live stream with it, but we have internal storage, 47 gigabyte of built-in storage. This is something very helpful. I remember one time I was shooting a wedding, and on my drone I forgot to put an SD card. So with this kind of features, if they will add it in all their drones, that will be perfect, because many times we can go out and we forgot to take out the memory card or to empty it. So now we can have some storage. 47 gigabyte is not of a big deal, but it's good to have. And we can have a memory slot up to 1 terabyte, and that's something huge on this camera. In my opinion, this is the best upgrade they made on this one. Let's wait and see. I know that this camera will be released on September 19th. So GoPro will start shipping their camera on September 10th, but DJI will release their cameras on September 19th. And since we started to see some photos, I'm not sure now about September 19th. Maybe they will make it a little bit earlier just to be more competitive with GoPro, and that's something to consider. By the way, please write me on the chat bar where are you from, because now I'm in France. I'm based in France, and the time here is 5 p.m. and 10 minutes, so 10 past 5. And let me know where are you from, where are you based, so I can maybe make my future lives in a different period of the day so that will fit you better. And also you can write me which camera you have, which camera model, and if you have some questions about it. What do you like about my channel? If you are watching my videos, what kind of videos you are interested in, so I can try to make more videos according to your taste, according to what you need to see and what you would like to see. So it's 11 p.m. Southeast Asia. I'm drinking at home. Cheers. I'm having a coffee. From the US, it's about 10 a.m. Wow, so I have viewers from US and Far East. That's huge. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the videos. I don't have any camera yet, but I'm hoping to get Osmo Action 5 Pro. If you would like to vlog with the camera, well, to be honest, go with the Pocket 3. This is way better because you have the stabilization, the mechanical stabilization. You have the 1-inch sensor. In the low light it will perform better, and you have great footages out of the Pocket 3. You have great audio as well, and you have lots of stuff that you can do, the tracking and so on. And if you take the care refresh, the refresh care from DJI, you won't worry if your camera will be in the rain, will get water or something like that, because you can send it back to DJI and get it replaced for not so much. I think for about 35 euros you can get it replaced, and that's a huge deal from DJI. So if you'd like just to vlog, go with the Pocket 3 instead of the Action 5 Pro. But if you'd like to do some action shots, some bike rides or so on, the Action 4 is good, the Ace Pro is very good. And now we will wait for the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro and the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I'm a little bit stressed because it's the first time now I'm managing this live. I have a second setup that I will use when I'll go to edit the photos. So I have the YouTube Studio here on this side, and I have the OBS Studio on this side. And by the way, I'm filming this video, well, I'm making this live with this. Let me bring it here. This is the tail air from OBSpot. So thank you OBSpot for sending me this camera. They sent me also the Tiny 2 that I will use later on in the second part of this video. So thank you for sending me these two cameras. I'm preparing a full review about them later on if you're interested. These two cameras are great in my opinion. This Tiny 2, this Tiny 2 here is like a webcam. You can put it on top of your screen, on top of your monitor. I have it here. I'll turn it on later on. And this is gonna track you. This has a big sensor. It can shoot in 4K. So you have all the good features of a good live stream with this camera. And now I'm using this one, which is maybe bigger, bulkier, but you can use it outdoors because it can connect wirelessly. So now I'm using it wirelessly connected to the application on my smartphone, to the OBS Live on my smartphone, and then connected to the OBS Studio on the computer. So this camera can be used wirelessly. So it has also the capability to record internally because we can put an SD card in it. I'll talk about it in another video, but thank you OBSpot for sending me these two cameras. This live is not sponsored by OBSpot. It's not sponsored by any of the brands that I will talk about them or I will mention in this video. And by the way, I have an affiliate link with OBSpot. If you are interested, you can ask me your questions about them. I can try to answer. I've been using them recently for many videos, whether live or some other stuff when I was testing them. So if you have some questions, feel free to write them in the comment section below, and you can find in the description of this live an affiliate link to OBSpot. You can go check them. If you are interested, feel free to buy via my affiliate link. That will help my channel a lot. Have you tried to live stream before? Have you tried to maybe make a live session, whether regarding camera gears or some other topics? Would you be interested in that? A few weeks ago, I made a giveaway with AI Coco about a live stream camera as well. And I think that video didn't take much of interest on my channel. Maybe I don't have much audience interested in live streams. If you are interested, let me know that. I can try to make something maybe with OBSpot or some other camera brands for maybe another giveaway very soon. I wrote down on my tablet here, on my Samsung tablet, the questions that I received. Well, the first question was why you talk fast in your videos, why you don't talk slowly. I'm not an English native talker, I'm Lebanese, so my language, my basic language is Lebanese Arabic, and I live in France, so I can speak French maybe better than English, but I'm trying to improve my English language and accent on YouTube. So maybe this is the main reason why you think I'm talking fast, while for me I'm just trying to talk as good as possible, if we can say that. But I will take that into consideration and I will try to slow down when I'm making my videos. And don't hesitate to write me your thoughts about what I say during my videos in the comment section below. That's always handy, that's always helpful, so I can maybe make some improvements, and based on your thoughts and your opinion, by the way. I got also a question why you don't make videos in French. I'm thinking about it, well, honestly, I'm really thinking about it, because almost all of the audience that's watching my video, you for example, you are from Far East and from the States, so lots of people watching my videos are from France, and here in France, well, they need some videos in French. I would like to make it, but it takes lots of time because I'm trying to post much more than 1 or 2 videos per week, and that takes lots of time, and that's the main reason why I'm not doing videos in 2 languages. I might do that. If you are interested, if you think that this would be helpful, write me your thoughts, write me your answer about it in this live chat, so I can know what do you think, if I should make videos in French, or maybe just a blog where I translate the video, put it in French, and then I post it as a text document or as a web page under the video in the description bar. So you think that the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro is just the next version of the Action 4, and the Pro title is just to have a Pro version, and they will release a cheaper version like Insta360 and GoPro Mini? Well, I had some info from some sources very close to DJI. I cannot tell you more about it. They told me first that we will have the 1-inch sensor, and well, they were wrong, that's for sure. And I thought that they can make it because, as I said before, they have the Pocket 3, the drones, so they have this 1-inch technology. Why not adding it in the action camera? But it happens that they made the same teasing stuff like GoPro last year, because GoPro leaked a photo of a GoPro with 1-inch sensor. So maybe they are trying to be competitor even in leaking false information. And so when they didn't release a 1-inch sensor, now I'm not sure they will release a DJI Osmo Action 5, like a smaller version of the 5 Pro, because when we see the specs of the 5 Pro that were leaked on Igor Bogdanov page on X application, 40 megapixel 1/1.3 inch, so we don't have the quad Bayer, maybe, I don't know. That means that it can shoot in 8K. Maybe the pixels are smaller, because before it was 10 megapixel, about 10 megapixels. So now we have 4 times the megapixel count. That means that we might have this clarity zoom that we have on the Insta360 Ace Pro. We might have also the 8K capabilities. That would be, well, probably that's what we will have. The same field of view, 155 degrees. 4K 120 videos, 4-hour batteries, live stream, 47 gigabyte built-in storage, memory slot 1 terabyte, super night and slow motion modes. So we have the super night modes. It's gonna be a competitor for the pure video mode of Insta360 Ace Pro, because we have the 40 megapixel count as well. So we are trying to be on the same field on the same playground with Insta360 Ace Pro, and the competitor of DJI is not GoPro anymore. We can see that clearly in the specs. We have 3 stereo mics, Osmo audio, voice control, 360 horizon steady, subject centering and tracking. So it has a tracking. This tracking feature is interesting. We saw first an image of the Action 5 Pro with like a vertical square inside of the screen of the front screen. So this is, I think this is something that you can shoot vertically now and it will track you over the screen. For me, this is not of a big importance. You can flip the camera vertically and do your content vertically without this this thing. But I think also because we have the 40 megapixel sensor now, that means that you can shoot in 4K and you can have it tracking you. That means that you will have always a 4K frame tracking you over the 8K frame. So that's something nice. It's like the tracking feature that we can find on the Sony ZV-E1, for example, same technology, but here we have smaller pixels. That means that if you are in the shade, if you are in low light conditions, this will not work. This will not give you some good results. Exactly, it's like the Sony auto framing type of function. That's what I just said. Sorry, I didn't see what you wrote immediately, but I think this is why they added the 40 megapixel sensor. They had it before, but they were using the quad Bayer technology. You can go watch my video about quad Bayer because I tried to explain it in a simple way. I have 2 Sony cameras, A7 III, A7C, 2470 GM2, this is nice, 7200 GM2 as well, and other lenses also, Pocket 2, Mini 2, Action 3. Wow, you have lots of stuff. I need a better action camera for low light video. For low light video, well, literally you can go with the Ace Pro. You don't need to wait for the Ace Pro 2, even though the Ace Pro 2 will have lots of huge improvements. I'll talk about them later on, but the Ace Pro is amazing. You might say it might be out of focus without this close-up ring, close-up filter. That's for sure if you are vlogging at 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters away, and your arm will be like this. In this kind of videos with wide angle lens, you will have lots of distortions also on your face. So you have naturally to take your arm a little bit further away in order to have some natural look to your face when vlogging. And if you would like to get closer, you can get this ring, and that will help you solve the problem. And the latest firmware update of the Insta360 Ace Pro, I made a video about it comparing the previous version and the latest version. You can go see it also on my channel. You can see we have a huge improvement in low light, and let's be honest, the low light were better before than the DJI Action 4 and the GoPro. And with the firmware update, these low light performances are becoming even better on the Ace Pro. I don't know what they can do with the Ace Pro 2 to make it even better. We will talk about the Ace Pro 2 later on. And by the way, I don't know if you can see here, this camera is tracking me, and that's something very nice. This obese bot is an amazing one, and really it's very interesting. So here, I don't know if you can see, it's zooming on me. That's nice. But I want to show them this studio here. This is the studio space. It's very tiny, and I'm trying to invest in order to make it easy access and easy to start recording my videos without losing lots of time. And let me know what you think about the framing in my videos, if you'd like to see some more shots, some more angles in the talking head shots, I mean. Okay, already received Ace Pro yesterday, but didn't open the box yet. I might return it and get Ace Pro 2 if they release it very soon. On September 20, I have to fly to Vietnam for a trip. What I can say to you that if you are flying on September 20, you cannot have the Ace Pro 2 on time. but I will get to this point later on. But you cannot have it on time if you are flying on the 20th of September. Okay, before continuing, before I continue talking about the action cameras, recently I'm trying to post lots of videos. I'm trying maybe not to have clickbait titles and thumbnails, but to have something interesting and intriguing in order to for you to click and watch my videos. Let's be honest, I'm trying to make videos not only to talk about things I like, but to share them with the audience, with you. And if you don't click, I cannot share what I think and what I like, and you know, this stuff with you. So it's very important for me you click, you like, and you subscribe to my channel. That's of a massive help. And recently I'm receiving lots of hater comments, and that's fun because when I started my channel, these kind of comments were like very hard for me. I wasn't like enjoying answering them, but for me now it's really fun to answer them, because first, these hater comments means that the person is watching the video, whether he's a fanboy of a brand or something like that or not, or just to spread hate around. But that's something also very interesting and very healthy for the channel, because he's taking time to write the comment, he's taking his time to answer, and so on. And that's, well, that's interesting to see all the kind of views, all the kind of thoughts around. But well, I don't know why people are trying to lose their time, their valuable time, in order to spread hate. If you don't like a video, easily don't click, don't watch. Or even if you started a video and you don't like it, you can go, you can check another video, and so on. You can have a better life and more relaxed life. And I really don't understand these kind of comments, but now I'm having some fun when I'm reading them. I'm trying to answer with the same kind of tone, so we can just have a well-balanced discussion. Maybe some others are removing their comments after they write them. I don't know why. I don't know why they wrote these kind of comments and then they remove them. Well, let me know your thoughts about this topic, because recently, because I'm posting more videos, I'm receiving more kind of these hater comments. Well, I'm not making like a clickbait. I'm trying just to make it an interesting title and an interesting thumbnail in the time I have to create the video. For example, the latest video I made about the DJI Action 4, I said I don't recommend it. And in the video I said why I don't recommend it, because the Action 5 is coming, and the Action 4, if you're gonna buy it, if you bought it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, you would have paid the full amount, while now it's gonna be on sale, and starting from next week it's gonna have a better discount, more discount on it. So that's why I don't recommend it. And I was clear in that video, but still I got lots of comments saying that it was a clickbait and so on. But well, there are people who would like just to have the information. Today I replied to a comment because it was really fun. The guy wanted just to have headlines. Well, if you would like just to read headlines in like one single sentence, why to go on YouTube? Go check maybe X, go check Threads, go check something else, but don't go on YouTube if you'd like only to see like a sentence to answer a question that you have. Yeah, well, I really recommend you to open the box to see if you need more accessories before you travel, because you don't want to wait till the last minute to try to buy the accessories. Try to check what do you need and what kind of videos you would like to have. Maybe the audio adapter, the mic adapter, the L bracket for the Ace Pro, maybe the handle, or maybe some bike mounts and so on. So try to check that before you go, and try to use the camera to know how to use it and to know which is more suitable for you, because editing the 8K footages is not easy at all. That's why I'm usually shooting in 4K, but the 8K are huge files. That's why I'm not shooting with the 8K capability of the Ace Pro. GoPro is just scamming their customers with the new lenses. They literally put a little metal nudge on the macro lens, so you can't put it on the 12 even. Okay, well, today I watched a video of camera conspiracy. This guy is amazing. It's really fun what he's doing on his channel. And well, I don't know why GoPro are doing this. They said recently that they are trying to target the market of action shots, so during the day and not the night. But with these add-ons, these lenses, the wide angle is very wide. So if you watch the video of Peter Lindgren, it's very distorted. I don't know, personally I'm not a big fan of it, even for action shots. If I would like to do these kind of wide shots, I would go with an Insta360 X3 or X4, and I can have the 360 field of view, so I can reframe later on. I wish that when I used to do some paragliding back in the time, that I had a 360 camera, but back then I had only a GoPro with me. And if I will do a paragliding for now, I'd go probably with the X4, with the Insta360 X4, and not with a typical action camera with the wide angle lens. And the macro lens, I think this is a joke. I don't see any interest of having a macro lens on an action camera. I stopped uploading video for 2 years, but I had the same thing. I was so pissed with the haters, but later just blocked them from making comments. Well, I'm not gonna block anyone as for now, because I'm having fun, but just it's like I'm wondering why they would like to lose time just to spread hates. And this, what they are spreading, they know that I can remove it, they know that I can block them, well, that they will earn nothing from it, but I can earn some views and some interaction on my video. That's very healthy. People who post hate comment have nothing better going on their life. Well, I agree with it. If I don't like, I'm watching, I'm just closing the tab. Well, exactly. Just hide their comment, in that way they will still keep posting hate comments, but nobody will see it and they won't even know they got filtered. Wow, that's a good tip. I will try it, that would be good, but first I'll try to answer them. Fine line between clickbait and intriguing title. Exactly, it's not easy. When I made a video saying that I'm switching from the Fuji X-H2S to the XS20, by switching that, you don't have to switch from a brand to another. Let's be honest. So I was switching because the camera is overkill for a YouTube setup. The XS20 is more than enough. I don't need dual card slots for my YouTube videos in my home studio. I don't need 4K 120. So I don't need all of this stuff. Why to use that camera here while I can use it elsewhere? So the main idea about that video is to share this particular idea with you, that you don't need the high-end camera of any brand in order to start making YouTube videos. You can start literally with this OBSpot, because you can use it outdoors and it has a huge battery life, and you can plug it with a power bank and you can use it. So you don't need the high-end camera and lenses in order to make your videos. I know that personally I like this stuff, so I like having cameras, I like having lenses, I like having, for example, yesterday I just bought the Sigma 16mm 1.4 for my Sony A6700. I have this lens for my Fuji, that is my main lens for my YouTube videos, but I got it for the Sony. I'm trying to make a video comparing Fuji XS20 Sigma 16 1.4, Sony A6700 Sigma 16 1.4. So I have the same kind of setup, we can say that, but I have fun when I'm playing with this stuff, and this is for me not only my business to make videos, because yesterday I posted a video about my earnings in YouTube with YouTube, and it's not a lot as you watched, but for me it's more than like I'm talking about something I'm passionate about. I'm trying to have fun, and that is bringing me some money. That's fine. I hope it will be better. So if you like what I post, you can go subscribe, you can hit like, you can share my videos, and the most important thing, you can buy through my affiliate links, because this is the main income source for my YouTube channel, the affiliate links. Your thumbnails are not clickbait. If I felt it from your channel, then I wouldn't be watching you here now. Thank you. Much appreciated. For YouTube content creator, just get a Pocket or Pocket 3. That's how much more than enough for frame camera is. Yeah. Well, you know, full frame, I have my full frame. I do lots of portraits, weddings and events, photography mainly with the full frame. I shoot with the Nikon Z6 II and I have the Nikon Z6 III. But for the videos, even in a professional job, I prefer using the APS-C because it's smaller, more compact, and well, I don't see any need to upgrade to a full frame to make the videos or to make my YouTube videos. There is for me nonsense at all, because with this 16mm 1.4, this is equivalent to 24mm f2, I think, on the full frame, and this 24 f2 is way expensive for the full frame cameras, whether Nikon, Sony, Canon or whatever, or Lumix. So why going to that full frame if we can achieve somehow the same look with good lighting, with APS-C, cheaper, more compact, lighter, and so on. Exactly. Well, even the APS-Cs now, they are getting heavier and the gimbals are getting lighter, so that's a little bit of a problem. But exactly, I went to an event last year and all the other videographers were shooting with full frame cameras on gimbals all the day. To be honest, I don't see the interest of doing this. I know that your client would like to see you with the bigger camera, with the bigger lens, with the bigger gimbal. This is somewhat an insurance for him that you are making a good job. But well, we all know that this is bullshit. Well, it's not something that personally I like. So I got a question also, what do you recommend as a camera, because I want to start YouTube? Well, we just talked about this topic. A DJI Pocket 3 will be great, Insta360 Ace Pro will be good. Any camera can do the job. The most important thing is to start. I remember when I started making videos, it was difficult. I was making my videos on the dining table in the living room, and it was complicated. Every time I have to set up the light, the mic, to test if the mic is working, the light is working well, if the angle of the light is good, if I don't have reflections on the LCD screen of the TV behind me. So that was always a big problem. I was trying to make one video per week because it was difficult to set up the video, to make it, to prepare it, to script it, and so on. But now I feel much more comfortable. It's been about 3 years, little bit less than 3 years now, and I'm getting more comfortable when making my videos, even though I'm not making them in my native language. I'm trying to be as natural as possible. I know that there are lots of moments where I record the same shot many times, but well, I cannot change that. I hope I can get better in that, but in order to be better in making videos, you only have to start. And by the way, there is a video that I recommend you to watch, how to vlog in public, because even though I made this video, but there are moments where I still don't feel so comfortable talking and making vlogs in public. And if you have tips about that, I'm very happy to see them and to take them into consideration. By the way, next week, probably next week or maybe within 2 weeks from now, let's say that, I'm going to make a giveaway and you can win. I don't know if it's in focus. Okay, it's zooming. Perfect. This is the VB4 from VILTROX. This is a smartphone gimbal. I'm going to make a giveaway about this, so stay tuned on my channel, ring the bell so you won't miss my future uploads. I'm not sure about it. I started to script my video, I started to shoot some rushes, but the video maybe next week. It's gonna be a busy week with the action cameras, but maybe the week after I can post the video and let some of you win this VILTROX VB4 from VILTROX, of course. Why you stop doing behind the scenes? When I started my channel, I made lots of behind the scenes videos. I had my backpack on my back, and I had the 360 camera, the X3 or the X1, X2, I think, back then, something like that. It was on a selfie stick on the side of the camera bag, and I was shooting the backstages of my photo shoots, and that was fun. That was a way to start my channel. I was making the introduction with the DJI Pocket 2, and that was really fun. And then I stopped doing that because I stopped doing lots of shoots outdoors, and whenever I'm doing a photo shoot outdoor, I try to make it in a quick way and I try not to lose much time. And here in my city it rains a lot and the weather is not always good to be out for a long time just to record some rushes for these kind of videos, but I'll try to make more of them in the upcoming days, in the upcoming weeks, month, because not to make just a backstage of a photo shoot, but to have some rushes to add them in my videos. Which camera do you prefer, XS20 or A6700? Okay, this question, well, I wrote these questions on my tablet. Once again, they are not here on the chat. These questions came from the form that I made and it's in the description of this video. So some guys, some persons, they wrote me some questions. So XS20 has its place in my heart because with the XS20 I took the last portrait of my mom, and that's why I have it as a main camera. I will not sell it, I will not get rid of it. It's gonna stay here in front of me as my main camera. I got the A6700. I wanted to get another XS20, but at the end I got the A6700 because I want to have this comparison. I tried the A6700 when it was released. By the way, for those who are in France, if you'd like to buy any camera gear and so on, you can go to digitphoto.com. This is a web store and a physical store in the east side of France, and you can get whatever you need. It is shipped within 24 to 48 hours to your door, and you can use my creator code PHOTORABS. This creator code helps my channel a lot. I get a small commission. You pay no extra cost. That's something very important. And if there are some discounts, you can see them on their landing page of their website, and you can use the discount code and my creator code, and there is place for both of them, and that will help my channel a lot. And if you use their discount code, you can save lots of money. Now they are running some back to school discounts, and it is really amazing. By the way, they can deliver not only in France but in the countries around, such as Germany, Belgium, and so on, I believe. Okay, what do we have? How much do you earn on YouTube? Well, I saw this question, that's why I made the video that I posted yesterday. I know that this kind of video might not get lots of views, and that's let's see how much views it has so far. Okay. So it has less than 100 views. I know that this kind of videos is not very interesting, especially on my channel, because I talk about gears, and this video is a little bit off. And I believe that I'm gonna make more videos like this from time to time in order to motivate those who would like to start their journey on YouTube, how to start and what to do, and just to share my experience and my feedback about this journey on YouTube. If you'd like to know something else about this journey, you can write it also in the chat, or you can send it to me by message and I'll try to answer it. Do you consider yourself working as a full-time content creator? Well, that's maybe something that I'm aiming for, but it's not gonna happen in the near future, because I work during the day at the university as a physicist. I have a PhD in physics. I work in a research lab, and this is my daily job. That's why I cannot make more content. That's why I cannot have only time dedicated for content creation, for videos, for photography, and so on. I wish that I can jump, or I can take this decision and jump to a full-time content creator, but as I said yesterday in my video, that the revenues that I'm making from YouTube are not so high, so I cannot rely on it in order to make videos. That's why I'm still keeping my daily job until I can see that with the time that this activity, this business is growing and will allow me to have a good living. In this way, maybe I'll switch to a full-time content creator. By the way, there is a topic that yesterday when I was preparing that video about how much I earn, that I noticed, and when I started my YouTube channel, well, a few months after I started, I noticed the same thing, that about 80% of the viewers of my videos are not subscribers. And I don't know if this is good or not. It's good because there are people who are not subscribed to my channel, are reaching to my channel, are watching my videos, are seeing my thumbnails and titles, and that's something very interesting. But on the other side, on the opposite side, not having you as a subscriber, it's not like something very healthy for the channel, because I'm not going to have returning viewers on my videos. I know that you might not interested in the DJI, and you are only interested in the Ace Pro, for example, and you will not watch all the videos of the DJI, but it means a lot if you subscribe. That will make me more confident and let me make more videos dedicated for you, whatever is your niche, whatever is your interest, whether Ace Pro, DJI, GoPro, Fuji, Sony, or whatever. How to help cope with mental burnout retouching hundreds of photos? This is a very nice question. As a portrait photographer, as a wedding photographer, after every shoot I have lots of photos. I have to run on all of them, to check them, to make my first selection, to remove the bad images, and then I have to start the editing process, and that will take lots of time before. But now with the remove tool on Photoshop, that makes it much easier. With the generative fill on Photoshop, this is way easier. And let's mention that now it's been a few months I'm using Retouch for Me. I'm going to edit some photos later on with Retouch for Me. This is an amazing piece of software. Retouch for Me is really an amazing piece of software, and by the way, you can go use my code PhotoRabs on their website. You can get discount, and you can just try it and let me know what do you think about it. Later on I'll try it here live. I made a video about it a few months ago, and well, this is a piece of software that made me gain lots of time when it comes to the editing process. What kind of software you use? Do you use Adobe software now? Lots of stuff now around Adobe. Lots of people are going from Adobe to some other brands. I switched from Adobe Premiere to DaVinci Resolve maybe a year and a half ago, and I'm not regretting it at all. And lots of people now are trying to find alternatives for Photoshop, alternatives for Lightroom. Let me know what do you think about Adobe policy. Are you using their products or not? Okay. I got a question also, why you make lots of giveaways, why we never win in your giveaways. I'm not making a lot of giveaways. I'm trying to be as well. When a brand reach out and they would like me to review their product, they would like me to check their product, even though I don't have a huge channel, and lots of them they don't want to pay the creator. So when this kind of collaboration is in this way, just to check the product, I can say whatever I want. I try to convince the brand to let one of my audience, one of the people watching my videos, to win this product, to try it as well, and it works sometimes. So now, for example, VILTROX, when they reached out, they told me, would you like to try this one? Because I tried the Hohem, I tried another one, that's another video coming also, and I said okay, but in one condition, if I can let one of my the people watching my videos win it, because this could be very helpful for people who would like to start on YouTube and so on. And VILTROX were kind enough to accept my suggestion, and that's why now I'm going to work on this gimbal, even though I'm not the type of person that I would like to shoot with my smartphone, but I'd like to show you a little bit what this gimbal is capable about, and the most important thing, to let one of you win it. So would you like to know about the Ace Pro, the Ace Pro 2? What you see on the screen, INRI29S, is my creator code with Insta360. I'm not sponsored by Insta360. They sponsored only one video on my channel, and that's it. And this is my creator code. So whenever you would like to buy from Insta360, or by the way, I have affiliate links also with DJI and so on, but whenever you would like to buy from Insta360, use my code, because I get a small commission, but you get free gifts on almost all the gears that you buy. Of course, if you buy cameras, but if you buy like a selfie stick, you will not get a free gift with it. But if you buy any camera from Insta360 using my code, first of all, you will know that on the Insta360 website, you will have the latest deals, the latest discounts, and with this code, you will help my channel and you will get free gifts. A few weeks ago, there is someone sent me a message. They told me that we just bought from Insta360 using your code, and we got a cover for the Insta360 X4, a selfie stick, and a memory card. So that's a lot, really. The selfie stick alone, it was about maybe 60 euros, the memory card around maybe, I don't know, 30-40 euros. So the overall gift was around 100 euros. That's impressive. That's why if you'd like to buy from Insta360, use this code that is now on the screen. That is helpful for me and for you. It's a win-win situation. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the Insta360. Let's put it on the side of the screen here. About the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. This camera will not be launched before September 20th. So Baron, if you'd like, as I told you, if you'd like to go to your trip with a peace of mind, use your Ace Pro, because this one is not gonna come before your flight. Insta360 Ace Pro will come after the launch of the DJI. DJI normally, according to the latest information we got, it will be released on September 19th at 3 p.m. Europe time, Central Europe time. But this Ace Pro 2 will not be released before the DJI. It will be released after GoPro and DJI. So keep that in mind. If DJI will make the same mistake as GoPro and launch the camera and start shipping it a week after, that will be very bad for DJI. And Insta360 promised to deliver the cameras the day after the launch. So that's an impressive feature from Insta360. Of course, if you buy on time, if you buy at midnight, they cannot deliver the camera to you on the next morning. But this is something to consider. The Insta360 Ace Pro will be released by the end of September. So it's not gonna be before the 20th of September. And let me open my WhatsApp chat with my source at Insta360. Okay, this is the last message. It will be the third one, ready to destroy all of them. So this is what I got. According to the latest rumors and the latest information, the first one was the release date. So this Insta360 Ace Pro 2 will not be released before September 19th. So it's gonna be the week after. Normally Insta360 are trying to release their cameras as well as GoPro and DJI between Tuesday and Wednesday. And if I check just on the calendar, okay, DJI will release their cameras on Thursday. So I believe that Insta360 will release their cameras between the 24th and the 26th of September. Thank you, Karthik Unplugged from India. What time is it now in India? Okay, 8:39 p.m. Okay, that's fair enough. Last year, Insta360 Ace Pro, they marketed their cameras in the beginning of the marketing campaign as an 8K camera, and then they started to take out this 8K because this camera is not meant to be to shoot in 8K. The 8K is just to have the clarity zoom, it's just to have some stuff, you know. But with the 8K we couldn't do like the flow state stabilization, we couldn't do like pure video mode, we couldn't do lots of these stuff, so we were limited to the 4K. But that camera can shoot in 8K if we would like to have the 8K resolution. The new camera, according to this image here, can shoot in 8K 30 frames per second. So we have an increased we have an improvement in the image quality. We were limited to 8K 24, so now the frame rates have been increased with this camera. We have, of course, the removable lens cover that we were asking for, and for me this is a very minor thing because it's been many years I'm using action cams. I never scratched a lens, I never scratched any of them. I don't do like super action stuff with them, but to be honest, I never had to change it. I know that in some cases we have to put some ND filters, and if we add ND filter over the glass we will add more flares, but for me this is not of a big problem. This is a camera to be used as it is. It is an action camera to have fun with it, not to make a whole rig about it and matte box and so on. I've seen lots of rigs for action cameras and I was like, why you are doing that? Go have some fun with it easily. Don't care if you are shooting in 4K 60, 4K 24 with a shutter speed of with the 180 rules or not. So it's an action camera. Try to record some moments, try to record some videos and share them, and this is the most important thing about action cameras, and not making a cinema rig out of this small little body. Okay, so this camera can shoot in 8K 30 frames per second, and we can see also that we have dual AI chips. On the first gen we had 5 nanometer AI chip. We had one of these AI chips, and this AI chip help us to get less noisier footages in low light. So the low light performances were amazing. That camera was only 8-bit and we had great color representation, we had great contrast, great image quality even in low light conditions. And the HDR mode is very interesting also on the Ace Pro. And with this one we have dual AI chips. Let's talk about this AI chip. We will get one for the pure video mode because we'll have better low light performances, even better than the latest firmware on the Ace Pro. So that's something to consider. But we have another one, and this one is gonna be related to the audio. Let me tell you why. We will have a much anticipated removable lens guard with 157-degree field of view, so a little bit wider than the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, and other exciting features. we will have new improved audio experience with new algorithms and new audio focused hardware design. So the algorithm of the audio is going to be related and based and everything on the second AI chip of the camera. To denoise the footages, we know that Topaz can denoise the footages, the image quality, and with all the editing softwares we can denoise the audio to a certain limit. So now we will have this algorithm inside of the Ace Pro 2. That means that you'll get crispier audio, we will get better audio experience with it. And if you look closely to the camera, you can see under the thumb of the lady holding the camera, we see like this this piece here. This is the mic. If you compare it to the old Ace Pro, we don't have a mic as big as this one, so we'll have a directional mic. So this camera once again is like the DJI Osmo Action 5 now, with handle that we can use to start recording, stop recording, and control the camera, which is dedicated mostly for vloggers. So with this one, with the front mic here, it's also dedicated for those who would like to create content to vlog with this camera. And the focusing distance is improved. That's what they told me. The focusing experience, the focusing distance has been improved. That means that now I think we won't need the close-up rings, the close-up filters to vlog with this camera even at a short distance. So it's gonna be, I think, around 40 centimeters, and it's gonna work this time. So these are the information that I got. And okay, enhanced low light performance thanks to significant hardware and software upgrades. So the software upgrade is gonna be related to the algorithm, to the AI chip that was improved and will be able to calculate maybe faster and better the images, and that might be also applicable on the 8K. So this is my guessing about this camera for now, that we will have the pure video mode even in 8K, because, well, we might have it. Let's see here. The old Insta360 also had removable lens cover. They just glue it. Okay, I know they glue it in order to not let us to remove it, and that's for a reason, because they were afraid, as to what they told me last year, to have some water coming inside of the lens, and that's not something easy. But later on they decided to glue it, and they offered 1 year of replacement of this lens cover if it got scratched or broken or whatever. So they offered this for free, and that's for me once again not of a big deal, because I never had the need to change the lens cover of my action camera. I see an upgraded mic or speaker unit compared to the first Ace Pro in leaked images. Your thoughts on it? Yeah, exactly. We will have a new microphone that will be more directional, and it will be bigger. Well, if you know the Sony cameras, on the Sony ZV-1, the Sony ZV-1F, the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, E10, Sony ZV-E10 and E10 Mark II, we have great audio, great built-in microphone with great audio capabilities. I think that Insta360 are getting close to that with this kind of mic, with this AI chip as well. And by the way, I might be wrong on the second AI chip. It might be like an AI chip to increase the image quality. Maybe you can shoot in 4K, and this AI chip will process the file and will export it as a 4K, as an 8K. So that might be possible as well, because now we can enhance the image quality of the footages on DaVinci Resolve. So I think this could work. And concerning the GPS, I'm not sure they will have the GPS inside of this camera. It's gonna stay, I think, inside of the small unit. Wait, let me show it to you. Of this unit here. So I think they will not change this one for now. We will we will keep having the GPS inside of this unit here and not inside of the camera. This is my guessing about it. GoPro got back the GPS to the GoPro Hero 13 after they removed it from the Hero 12, and I don't think that Insta360 will have a GPS built in the camera. Actually, even with Ace Pro you can remove the lens. Okay, it's a minor thing. Second AI chip for the enhancement of audio and other parts, maybe not the image quality itself. Is the same focal length with Action 5 Pro. Well, the field of view is wider, so the focal length is wider, of course. Preview remote. I think that they will keep this preview remote because they still have it on their website, so they will need to sell it, and this is one extra reason why I don't think they will add GPS to their cameras. Do you think Ace Pro 2 will have a higher battery capacity, because both GoPro and DJI is marketing their latest camera with higher battery capacity? The good thing with DJI is that they are marketing a higher battery capacity but with the same kind of batteries. That means that you can still use your old batteries with the new cameras, while GoPro, they changed it completely, and Peter Lindgren made some measurements for the battery and it has the same length, same depth and same height, so they only changed the position of the pins just to make you buy new batteries. Insta360, I'm quite sure that they will not change the battery shape. We might conserve the same size of battery, the same kind of pins. They might increase the capacity, and I think the capacity will be increased a little bit because we have two AI chips, so we have to power two AI chips and to run the processor on these two AI chips simultaneously probably. So they need more power in order to make it perform better and faster. So do you have more questions about the Ace Pro 2? So I can try to answer them, or something else, some other questions, or we can switch now to some retouching, to some editing. Do you think Action 5 Pro's all new sensor will have AI chip? Well, I don't think so, because we saw the box of the Action 5 Pro, and if they have AI chip in this camera and their camera, they would probably have marketed the camera as AI chip based camera. I don't think they have AI chip in it. Ace Pro, Ace Pro 2, Action 5 Pro, what do you think will be the low light performance? Well, Ace Pro 2 will be better in low light performance, that's for sure. But once again, what are your needs in low light? If you are going to a fully dark place, what do you need while recording? What are your needs? Because I've been in a dark place, in a champagne cave last month, and I've done the comparison between the old version of the firmware and the latest one, and the latest one, even the old one, was performing well. So the newer one is good. The 1.0.60, I think, is very good. So what do you need more? You know, this is the main question. We can always bump up the resolution, bump up the quality, but what do we need? Do we really need that? Because if we have this, it's gonna be more costly, it's gonna cost more, you know. So if you don't need to record in a very dark situation, why? you will go to put your money on it, you know. It's gonna be better, of course. We have two AI chips, one is dedicated for that, if not two of them. So of course you will have a better low light performance with the Ace Pro 2. But do you really need it? Any prediction on the okay. Out of 3 brands, I think Insta360 is trying to focus on the improvements its user need. Exactly. Insta360, well, the source that I have at Insta360, they told me that we try to answer all of, we try to make improvements dedicated to all user experience feedback that we got from the Ace Pro. And that's something very, very important and very respectful. Last year when the Ace Pro was released, I was pissed off because the marketing campaign, I thought, well, I guessed it was not as good as it should be, because I used the X3, I used the One X2 and so on. And the idea of sending the camera to some big channels to compare it with GoPro that has a sensor way smaller, that has very bad quality in low light, just to compare it to say that we are better than GoPro, I didn't like that, and I was honest about it last year. But when I tried the camera, it's really good, and the user experience, the touch screen, the responsivity, well, the touch responsivity of the screen is very interesting. It's similar to the DJI experience. On the GoPro I had lots of issues with the screen, it was freezing, it was not responding quickly. For night tours, you can go watch the video I made with the Ace Pro, the latest firmware, and you can see the night shots, and you can see if you like it or not. It was very dark. We were in Champagne caves, under maybe 15 meters under the ground. And you know, for Champagne we don't put huge lights, so they were like very dim lights in that place. Action 3 of course was horrible because the sensor was smaller than the Action 4 and the Ace Pro and the Ace Pro 2. The technology and innovation in Insta360 is doing very good and setting the bar so high. DJI was doing it, but this year it seemed to lay back a little. Well, that's my thought, but once again I will get also the DJI Action 5 Pro. I will run my tests on and I'll compare it with the Ace Pro 2, with the Ace Pro, with the GoPro Hero 13 Black. I don't have the GoPro Hero 12, I sold it. I returned it back to GoPro last year. And there is something that I like, by the way, about GoPro, that we don't have it at all with DJI or Insta360, which is the 30 days return window, no question asked. This something is amazing, because if you'd like to try the GoPro, you have 30 days to try it. If you like it, you can keep it. If not, you can send it back, very easy, no question asked. And this is a very good point. On DJI we have, I think, 14 days if we don't activate the camera, I think. I'm not sure about it. And on Insta360 the camera should be returned like new, so you cannot use it in the way that you would like to use it. Okay, I just need an action camera that can give me a good night video that is comparable to my Sony cameras. Output Sony, out focusing, Ace Pro, pan focus. Okay. Well, really, the Ace Pro, you have it. I highly recommend you to open your box, maybe try to make an unboxing now, why not, and share it on your channel. That's gonna be very, very important to your channel to start for you to start posting videos on your channel, and you can make your first night video with it. The good thing about DJI Action 4 was its small size and weight. If actually use it an action cam only, it takes less. Well, I agree with you. The DJI Action 4 was smaller than the Ace Pro, and the Action 5 Pro will be smaller than the Ace Pro 2. But Insta360, they have this one here. whether the Go 3 or the Go 3S. These cameras are smaller, so if you'd like to put your camera on your hat, if you want to put it on your chest, whatever you would like to put the camera, you can use this one. Of course, you cannot have great low light performances, and it's mostly to use it in the daytime, but it's fun to have it, it's fun to play with it. By the way, once again, if you'd like to buy an Insta360 camera, use my code, you can get free gifts from Insta360. Why suddenly I want to move on from DJI to Insta360? I am a tech geek myself too. Sony Minolta, Sony bought Minolta. Minolta was the camera tech. Do I have a Minolta here? I have it. And this is the reason, by the way, why I like Fujifilm cameras. I am a pure Minolta guy and love tech advancement. By the way, my Minolta is not working. If you know how to repair it, I would be grateful. I know you cannot return it if you open it, but you said that you're leaving, you're traveling on the 20th, and by that time you won't have the Ace Pro 2, it won't be launched yet, you know. So if you would like to use your camera during your travel, then you have to try your Ace Pro, you have to learn exactly how to use it, to find your best settings and so on. Well, I don't think they will have the cloud storage, because the transfer with the application, the Insta360 Studio app, whether on the smartphone or on the computer via the adapter, it's very fast, and you don't need this add-on in the camera to take out the battery, to drain the battery, and to maybe lead to an overheat of the camera. For me, this is not of a big importance. You have the AI highlights, and this is more than enough. You can transfer the files in a quick way, you can have them edited in a quick way, you can post them easily. I don't think they will have the cloud storage. On the Nikon Z6 III we have this, and this is really helpful. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it very soon in real world conditions, because it's really useful when you are shooting in an event and you would like to print photos directly, so I can send them via the cloud to the computer and have them printed without moving the memory card, without changing the memory card, copying files and so on. So the files can be uploaded automatically one by one to the computer, to the cloud, and then can be printed directly from there. So that's easy, and that's something that I was requesting for the new camera from Nikon, but I don't see any interest in action cameras to have it. You can, you know, you can try the Ace Pro, and if you would like to buy the Ace Pro 2, you can still sell your Ace Pro to someone nearby, you know. It's something very easy, because this camera is very needed and lots of people are requesting it. And well, of course you will lose some bucks on it, but you can sell it and you can get an Ace Pro 2. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your kind donation, we can say. DJI Action 5 leaks that leaks said it has Wi-Fi 6 maybe. Well, Wi-Fi 6 is just to use it with the DJI MIMO app. You can transfer your files wirelessly. you know, and it's not gonna be to transfer them to the cloud. I don't think so. The Wi-Fi 6 will allow you, if your smartphone has the Wi-Fi 6 receiver, so you can get the files in a faster way from the camera to your DJI Mimo app. Or you can keep your Ace Pro to make some comparison video, and we can have another talk about it, and we can share some stuff together. And that's really nice. That's really kind of you. But trust me, once you try to film something, try to have some fun editing it, and you will, well, don't make your channel to earn revenues, but make it to have fun. And if it will become, if it will get more success, that will be perfect. And by the way, you can go follow my Instagram page. My handle, I will write it now on the screen for those who have Instagram. Okay, it's so big. So you can go follow me on Instagram. I post basically my portrait photo shoots there. You can go check it. I post also there some Q&A from time to time. You can go check it also on my stories, and you can send me your questions for an upcoming live session like this one. Will there be 8K 60 frames per second on the Ace Pro? Well, on the Ace Pro 2 you mean? I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think we will have 8K 60 frames per second. But, well, once again, 8K 24 frames per second was so huge on my computer, even though I have a good computer to edit my videos, but it was huge. We got huge files. So imagine 8K 30 and imagine 8K 60 frames per second. That will add lots of stuff in the files, and that will be very hard to edit them. What was a little problem for me with the Insta360 Ace Pro and DJI Action 4 wasn't as much the low light performances as the stabilization being shit in low light. Well, of course, once again, you are stabilizing your footages electronically, and electronic stabilization is based on two things. First, the shutter speed, and the frame rates. If you have more frames in your shots, the easier the stabilization will be. And when you are moving, the stabilization will try to pick maybe your face and try to move everything to align it with your face, well, to align your face from a frame to another. And that's how the electronic stabilization works, and that's why we have these wobbles, these jitters, these bad artifacts, we can say that, on the sides, on the edges, on the frame. And this is, unfortunately, you cannot make it better with electronic stabilization. In order to remove it, you have to use a gimbal, and, well, you can use a gimbal with an action camera, but I don't think you're gonna do it, and you would be okay with some jitters from time to time in low light conditions. At least this is what I do. I'll be using the camera for backpacking. It will be around 2 months. I will come back and edit my footages, so I need to upload my footage to cloud. Any suggestion how? You can upload them to your smartphone if you have a memory card on your smartphone, if you have large space on your smartphone, or if you can plug an SSD, where I don't have the SSD here, it's there. If you can plug an SSD on your smartphone, so you can transfer the files via Wi-Fi to your smartphone and then copy them to your SSD drive. That's what I do when I'm traveling and I don't have much memory cards with me. You gotta use proxy mode if your computer hardware can't. I know, but when I edit my videos, whether all my YouTube videos, I don't like to put lots of time on the edit, and you know, it's time consuming already to create a video, to make a video, from scripting to the idea to the thumbnail to the title and to the core of the video. And if I would like to work with proxies, and this will add more steps in the workflow, and to be honest, I prefer doing something else than adding steps, useless steps, because on YouTube most of us are watching videos. Even me, I'm watching my videos on my smartphone, so this is more than enough, I think. Shall I bring my gimbal with Ace Pro or just no need? If you would like to shoot in low light, you'd better take the stabilization of the camera, the electronic stabilization, the flow state stabilization, and use your gimbal. What kind of gimbal do you have? I would recommend the Hohem gimbals, by the way, for the action cameras. The Hohem, I think it's the Pro 4, something like that, or the MT6. It's a gimbal for action cameras, or the MT2, something like that. These gimbals are amazing. By the way, you can get 12% discount if you use my affiliate links with Hohem, and these gimbals are lightweight. When are you getting the DJI Neo for a test run? Well, I was thinking about that yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get the Neo because the restriction, even though I'm a drone pilot in France, but the restrictions here are huge, are a lot, and they are getting worse every year. And even if we have the authorization, we have lots of paperwork to do, lots of stuff to do in order to be able to fly, and I do not like to break rules when flying. Just let me add this here. Okay, I don't want to break rules when flying, and now we are shifting to the autumn season here in France, so the weather is not stable, we don't have calm winds and so on, and the Neo cannot perform well in these kind of conditions. So for now, I'm not going to buy it unless I see lots of people requesting that I try this drone. That will change the way that will change the thing. But for now, personally, I don't think I'm going to buy it. I have the Mini 3 Pro. I'm still happy with it. I'm still having fun with it whenever I'm flying with it for clients or even for myself. I'm not using it much though because of the regulations and the restrictions here. I have Ronin 4 and also Zine Crane M3. I don't want to bring more weight on my travel. To full frame cameras. Of course, you can use any of those gimbals, you know. The Crane 3 is more than enough. It's small, lightweight, compact. You can use it with a mirrorless camera, but you will have full frame cameras. That will be hard for the M3. But I'm really excited to see what you're gonna shoot with all of this stuff, because I remember a few years ago, maybe just before the COVID period, I used to travel with lots of camera gears, and now I'm trying to reduce what I have in my backpack. Thanks for the tip. Any idea on the pricing of the Ace Pro 2? Well, do you remember the price of the Ace Pro, the first generation, the first one? Let us go check. A quick check. The first one was around 480 euros, and now it's on discount for 370 euros, so 110 euros discount on it, I think. And the GoPro is around 450 something euros and around $400, so I think it's gonna be around the same price, 480, 460 euros, around 420 US dollars, something like that, for the standalone version only. I'm going to bring my drone to Vietnam, and knowing it's not really allowed, I will still fly it from the hotel rooftop. Well, you can still fly it from anywhere, but here the regulations are very strict and they can track it, they can have the serial number of it from distance. And to be honest, I don't want to get in troubles just because of a test of a drone. I might get it and get the authorization for if I see lots of requests about it once again. Even under 140 grams. Here in Europe, it's not the weight that matters. Under 250 grams, you don't have to register the drone, but every time you have to fly, you have to get the authorization from the local area where you are. So, and this you have to take it 5 days prior to the flight, 5 open days prior to the flights. And by the way, the regulation of drones in Europe will change in 2026. So we still have the 2025 with the same kind of regulations as before, but it's going to change. It's going to be worse in 2026. So even in 2026, I have to pass again the flight test. My affiliate codes work in all the countries except of Amazon affiliate links. They work only for the States and for France, but my other affiliate links work from any other country. Yeah, I think around 480 euros or $420 or something like that. Hello Jay. I'm sorry now. I will start the editing, the retouching, just to show you a little bit the retouch for me, because this is a great website, a great application, and it's, well, everything on. Let's have a little talk about this retouch for me. This is an editing based platform that can connect to Lightroom, Photoshop and so on, or you can use it on a standalone version. Every plugin is cost a little bit of money, around 100 something euros, and you might say this is expensive, but if you are editing lots of photos, this will help you save lots of time, and you don't need to buy all of the plugins. You can buy the plugins that you need only. By the way, Jay, you won, I think, with AI Coco, and your camera will be shipped by Monday or Tuesday. I think that's what they told me. Okay guys, so now I will go just a little bit just to show you the software, what I like about it and how I use it in a very quick way, and we might get back to have a little discussion later on. Blemish removal, and not only blemish removal, because if you have one photo, it's really easy to do it on Adobe Photoshop. But when I have multiple photos and I don't want to put lots of time on each photo, on each blemish, I go to retouch for me. Let's go. Now I just go with a little ad just to switch the camera, to switch my systems, and then we will get back to this live. Well, Kumar, to share photos, I had the link under my video, just a form, a Google form, so you can share the videos there. But now I'm going to start my editing thing, and then for another session I might try to add in every live session some editing and retouching stuff. That would be interesting. Okay, so now I don't know if you can see everything well. I switched the system, so I have now the Tiny 2 from Obispot filming me on top of my screen on my monitor, and you can see my YouTube studio just behind. It's a little bit of a mess. I try to not show the mess in my videos, but the mess is just here. Okay, this is the white highlight, maybe because I have this light on this side. Let's turn it off. Okay, this would be better. Yeah, okay, because now I have the light from the screen this way. By the way, thank you for your comments. That helps me understand a little bit how the live session will work for another time. So 2 weeks ago I made some photos with Ines. So this is the photo here. If we go close, if I zoom a little bit here, we can see that we have blemishes, and we have blemishes here on the face. So if I have tens or hundreds of photos from this photo shoot and I would like to edit them, because whenever you make some photos, normally I edit what I like and I send them to the model. She can decide which one she likes also, so we can edit more photos sometimes. So for example, with this one we have some blemishes, some stuff that we can adjust. Instead of coming with Adobe Photoshop removing every single stuff by itself, I'd rather now go to edit in Heal. This one is from Retouch for me. So by the way, I have an affiliate link with Retouch for me. You can get a discount as well from their website. Let's take this a little bit bigger. Okay. So let's zoom. Look at the original photo, and I didn't click anything, and look at the edited photo. So it took literally seconds. And I know that there are stuff here. For example, if I go here, we have this one here and this one here should not be removed, but this software will remove them because it will consider they are blemishes, but we can get them back. Okay, I clicked on this to make the mask red, and then I can remove this here, and I can remove this from here. Okay, and now they are back. Look at the original and look at the edited one. So it's really simple, really easy to do. You don't need to have lots of knowledge in editing photos, in retouching portraits, in retouching faces. This one is of a big help. So then I can save it. And voila. This is the old one, well, the original one, and this is the edited one. So what do you think about it? Okay, on this one we have the backdrop is not clean, so I can open it in I can open it in fabric, maybe to adjust the fabric. Okay, so the original, I don't know if you can see, but it removes some of the shining elements on the jacket, so this is something to consider. But we can also open it in clean backdrop. Let me open. So now I open the standalone version just to show you also the standalone version. Okay, I don't want the update. Okay, I have to update it, but you don't have to, well, you don't have to run it with the standalone version. You can run it from directly from here. And if I go to plugin, filter, okay, retouch and clean backdrop. Okay, so I opened it with a clean backdrop plugin from Retouch for Me, and you can see the original, and you can see, of course, we have some issues, but instead of coming back on all of the problems on the backdrop here, so now I can erase it. I can take this brush and remove it from the face, so it will not consider that the face is from the backdrop. Okay, you can do it, you can take your time, but it's gonna be much easier to do it this way than going on all the issues on the ground on the backdrop to clean it. And there is something else with this retouch for me that I like. Let's take, I'll keep editing the photos after the live and I'll send them to you, to the persons who sent me the photos. Okay, let's try to clean this one. I'll go to retouch for me heal. Okay, I can adjust a little bit the portrait here. on this plugin and I'll zoom. We still can see some artifacts, but you can see the mask is here, so I can add to the mask. And you can see how much it is helpful to have this kind of plugin. Of course, it's not a fully, you cannot rely on it fully. You have to take some time later on to adjust, to make some fine-tuning on the images, but it is a good start, and in some situations it's really helpful to have, especially for weddings, for portrait photo shoots and so on. Let us try with something else. Okay, let's see how we can clean this backdrop, for example. Meanwhile, if you still have some questions about Ace Pro, Ace Pro 2, Action 5, Action 5 Pro, Action 4, Action 5 Pro, or so on, you can write them. I will get back to them just after this photo. If we go to retouch for me and clean backdrop, I think this will be perfect. Okay. Just check with, I open the image in this editor and see the before and see the after. Of course, we still have this dust here, or this thing here, this one here, but that's much easier to adjust later on, whether in Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever. But this one made almost all of the work for us. So what do you think about this retouch for me? Would you consider trying it? Would you consider checking it? Would you consider using it or adding it to your workflow? Let me know that now, so we can, I will try to get also some discounts, some extra discounts for you. After watching this live, I'll try to contact Retouch for me so they can give you more discounts when purchasing via my affiliate link. Insta360 Ace Pro 2, let's put the light again, will come after September 20, so I think between September 24 and 26, something around that. And by the way, don't forget to go follow me on Instagram. I have lots of portraits photos there on this account here. And for those who joined now, you can use this code here to have a discount, not to have a discount, to have free gifts from Insta360 when purchasing your camera from their web store. And once again, I would like to thank OBSBot for sending me these two cameras, the Tiny 2 that was filming me when I was making the retouching, and the OBSBot, this Tail Air here, the big one that I'm using now to record or to stream with it. These are amazing cameras and I'll be making a review about them very soon. Okay guys, so thank you a lot for being here, for joining me on this live session. As I said, it's not something that I'm used to. I'm trying to make it happen now. I'll try to make more live sessions from now on. Let me know what are your concerns, what are the type of topics that you would like to discuss, and if some of you might be interested in going with a live session with me, so we can go in a joint live session, that would be great also. So let me know that in the comment section below, or you can send me messages on my social media accounts, and we can have more chats, more conversations from now on. Thank you a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and once again, thank you from the bottom of the heart for being here. It was a bit complicated for me. I was really stressed in the beginning, but now I feel that it was a fun moment. It was a fun time to share it with you. Thank you, and see you on another video. Ciao for now.